Hi, welcome to Tech Alley, and I'm RJ, your tech ally. We're gonna do another episode of question and answers for the next few minutes. Hope you can join us. Thank you for coming. We have a couple of just housekeeping announcements. I'm gonna try to do this every week, every Saturday. I'll publish another video. And hopefully that's going to be as regular as I can make it, answering your questions, and you can write them in here on the comments below, or otherwise in social media, or directly to me at RJ. The link is in the description. So why don't we get started and take a look at what we have this week. Eleanor from the UK wrote in and said, RJ, I have been noticing that I'm more forgetful lately than ever, and I keep forgetting my passwords. How can you help? And I would start, Eleanor, with look at the first video that I created for the series in remembering good passwords. But it is understandable that as we get older, we're just not able to hold on to the things that we need to. So let me make it real easy for you. The internet has an endless amount of patience for you to reset your password as many times as you like. And there's almost always a way for you to reset a password. It requires you to have access to your email or some other maybe in two-factor, having email and a telephone number where you can receive texts. But in any case, setting or resetting your email password is something that you can practice doing multiple times a day, and there's no limit to that. So don't feel bad if you have to click on the I lost my password link. But, and this is important, always remember that if you need help, have somebody that is listed as your recovery email, or otherwise a helper that is also authorized to help you when these kinds of situations happen. So if I am your helper, I'll get an email that says that you have been trying to reset your password, and then I'll know to call you and get you some help. So that's really useful, and you can help yourself by electing to find somebody that you trust to be a recovery email in case something does go wrong. It's not stopping the problem, but it is giving you an easy recovery when it does happen. I hope that helps, Eleanor. Thank you for the question. Another question that we have came in basically in the same line of reasoning is how often, Natalie writes in, how often should I be using security programs and checkups, and should I be paying for the antivirus? And the question is a good one. Thank you, Natalie. The antivirus services that we pay for have over time proven that they're not really earning their money, as you would think. There are free services that are built into most operating systems today that are security subparts, and that includes Microsoft Windows, Macintosh, and otherwise built-in security that you should be able to trust. If you know it's there and working, you'll have a stronger feeling of security, and trusting that is much better than having a relationship with an outside third party who is taking your money. But how many times have I been called to a shop that has had a virus infection, even with the protections that they thought were protecting them? So this is the kind of service where if you think you have a problem, then that's an advantage that bad actors can take and use to their leverage. You will be a victim if you're not 100% sure that the security measures you have are adequate and also tell you when there is going to be a problem. And so with that kind of knowledge, you're better protected than somebody who can easily be convinced that their protection is not enough, and then they're fooled basically into paying for an antivirus or otherwise a payment on an annual or otherwise billing cycle. And that personally is a little bit over the top when people in other countries who don't pay in US dollars are equally able to have protection. Why would that involve us having, as Americans, to pay a service fee for the basic safety that's built in to all of the computers made today? They're prepared for the security they know about. They're not always prepared for new things, and that's when we start to have the discussion about the security cat and mouse game of the internet, and how if you can think of a number, there's somebody out there that will think of the next number higher, and there will be an inevitable arms race of the software variety that causes people to continue to discover exploits and use them, and then responding to that, defenses and otherwise counter programming. And this is going to continue. That is not new, and it certainly isn't going away. So if you feel like you're getting a little bit lost in the security chatter, you're not the only one. And in fact, the people who have to be mindful of these things know that the dynamic is changing every day. There could be another announcement of a zero-day exploits are those that have no advance warning. And those are the kind that we always have to, worry about. And those exploits are better discovered ahead of time. And that's why we put out ransoms on bugs by way of inviting people to scour our products for security holes. That's a very good business to get into if you're into that technical area. But in any case, that's my little rant on security today, that there is always going to be another mouse and another cat that will challenge the status quo of the security systems that we have. That's inevitable, and I would expect that companies that are prepared are going to keep an active alert out for any new activity, and that's the kind of protections that you would expect in a competent IT service inside a company. Okay. Now next week I'll be looking at trying to do a live stream. I'm not really 100% sure that that's going to happen, but it's possible. And if you're interested in joining me on Thursday for the taping of this episode 4, I believe, of Tech Alley with RJ, I'll be happy to have you in person. And thank you for joining me out here. And let's see if we have any other questions. Most of these questions are coming from clients and patrons on patreon.com/Seabreeze Services. It's where you can go to visit and see just some of the extras that come with paying membership in a support service. Everything from $5 to $20. It's not like I'm including this in my get rich quick scheme. This is just to help me approach the audience that I'd like to talk to. You. Thank you for joining me out here in the internet. It's a mysterious new world, and for those of us that grew up in an offline world, welcome to the shores of a distant country that you've heard tale of. I'm here to just break it down between the story and the reality, and I hope that helps in the future. So I look forward to talking to you next week. Thanks again, and this is RJ with Seabreeze Services signing off. Bye-bye.
Rainey Cody is a man who knows computers inside and out. Unlike most of those who do, he makes the often complicated and intimidating problems faced by those with computer issues simple. He does so by walking you through what the issue is, what is at hand, and the steps he will take to repair your machine. He did that with my computer recently, and it has not worked better. In fact, it works better than when I first bought it from a national chain store nearly a year ago. His friendly and disarming demeanor immediately puts one at ease. RJ makes it easy and simple for people like me. His work is fast, efficient, and complete. And while I approach the computer with great respect, Mr. Cody makes it less intimidating, even friendly. This is Eric Williams, and I am a satisfied customer of Seabreeze Computer Services.